What's up, you guys? Good morning. Welcome back to Tomboy Official. Hopefully, recording through my Apple ear earbuds is gonna be fine. I can't find my little mini Bluetooth mic. My phone's at 30 something percent, so it's not even fully charged. Had a weird night. I slept not super great. I had a weird dream. I don't know if I'd put it in the my queer dreams category, but I was basically with a friend who's a queer friend, and we had a place together. We had like, I don't know how to explain it. There was like a bunk bed where, we had a bedroom where there was a bunk bed, and I slept on one of the bunks. And, the friend was asleep. But before that, I had met one of the neighbors or something. It was like really close quarters, and like they could see, I guess maybe we had our door open, or when we opened our bedroom door, it was like there was like a hallway. I don't remember seeing a front door, but there was something with our bedroom door that, like, there was like a kitchen outside the door, and then you could kind of see a ways down the hallway, and her apartment was there, this other neighbor. And initially she came over, or I met her near the area, and I think she didn't really speak English very good, but she was really, those people who like don't speak English very good, but they're like really like animated and use a lot of hand gestures and try to like, supplement what they don't know, and like explain things with what the words are that they do know and stuff. And so I was kind of able to understand her because she was like really outgoing and like trying to like express herself very well. So we were on her phone or tablet or something trying to find information about something that she needed. And I thought I knew what she needed, so I was trying to explain it to her. And I guess after quite a while, she got what she needed. She was like asking me about the apartment and stuff, and some other information. I really don't remember. And then we went, so yeah, we went down like, I don't know what happened between that, but I don't know if I woke up or if there was just like a gap, but I was doing something, working or doing something, where I came home and I knew the roommate was sleeping in the bunk bed. And I kind of like took off my shirt to like I don't know if I was changing or what, but you come home. Some people wear their clothes when they're home from work. I'm one of those people that, like, when I come home, I don't wear my outdoor clothes like in the house too much. I kind of change my clothes. Like, I have clothes that I wear when I'm home, and then clothes that I wear when I'm kind of out, and then clothes that I wear when it's like, like today, it's Wednesday, it's almost 9 a.m. I'm wearing pants that I could potentially go out in, and then like a tank top under a t-shirt that I could go out in, but I'm like kind of sitting in the house right now. But you know, it's not my like ultimate going out clothes, but it's like I can say that I got dressed. Like, I don't like lounging around when I'm like trying to be busy doing stuff. Like, I try to like get somewhat dressed, and so it was kind of like that. Like, I was gonna put something else on so that I was like somewhat dressed, because I wasn't ready to like go to bed necessarily, but like I was just coming home, so I was like in the process of changing and gonna cook food and eat. And I think I was thinking about soba noodles, and somewhere either before or after this, in real life, I was watching that Craigslist guy on YouTube who has that kind of a used store shop. It's almost like a pawn shop, but they don't really do loans, I guess. And then they just buy things cheap for people who want money, I guess. He'll pay like half price of whatever things they're selling on YouTube. And some lady had brought in these like old, like, those canisters that you use to like refill your gas. So it was kind of like that, but like I was looking at the pans and there were these old pans, and I was like, how old pans get, like, some of them get like rusty and scratched up and stuff. And so I was like, man, okay, there's these old pans. So I was like kind of looking for the new pans, and I was like gonna put on my shirt, and that neighbor was like looking down the hall trying to get my attention, and then she starts getting like loud, like not like rude, but just like, hey, like come here. And I'm just kind of like saying like shush, like, because the roommate's sleeping. And she comes over because, like, I guess the door is open all the time or something. I don't know, because I don't know how I could see down the hall. But she comes over and starts talking to me, and starts, just trying to have a conversation while I'm trying to like look for a pan to cook some food. I think I was gonna make soba noodles, and I was just like worried that like I was being way too loud, because I was like, dude, my roommate's like totally sleeping, and I know that they would not want me like in the middle of this like loud conversation. And so, I knew that that the roommate didn't want that. Um, but yeah, like, I don't know what that was all about, but it was just kind of funny. I was just like, what the heck kind of dream? I haven't really been having like as vivid dreams lately. I had one, I guess, the night before, but I can't remember what it was. But I was, kind of pleased with this dream. I was like, all right, that's kind of different. But I don't know. Like, it was kind of a weird setup of like where I was living and stuff. Usually when I dream about places, it's places that I've already lived. This place was not somewhere I'd ever lived before, and I've never seen it before. It was just like, yeah, all I could see is bunk beds and a kitchen. It was like a little bitty apartment. I don't remember it having like a living room or anything else. All I remember is that when I could look down one side of it, and it looked into the hall of like either an apartment or hotel, but I think it was an apartment or maybe a converted hotel or something. And I don't know why I was living with this friend of mine. I don't know, but I guess in the dream I was like, oh, I made like a new friend, that's a neighbor that doesn't really speak English, that's really social. Um, that was weird though. I was just kind of like, all right. So let me see. Let me recap on yesterday. Yesterday was weird. Last night I slept weird. But once I left off of recording yesterday from here, I was pretty wired off the yerba mate. I was going strong till almost like noon or so. Actually, till like 11:30, I started like losing focus. What was I working on yesterday? Oh, I was working more on that outline for like traffic. Just my own learning material. I was making notes on it. And then I decided somewhere yesterday, because that was the second day I was working on those notes, I was like, I'm just going to turn this thing into a freaking digital product. But then I started running out of steam yesterday. I don't know why or how. I completely fell asleep, like, somewhere around, like, 12:30 or something to almost, like, 2. I don't know what was up with me. Like, that's not normal for me. I didn't even really eat lunch. I just fell asleep till that late, and I had that big breakfast of like the piece of salmon, the rice, the eggs, with all the veggies and the eggs, and then that held me over for quite a while. And then maybe it was a crash from the caffeine. I don't know, because I remember yesterday I did get started around 6 a.m. And then, so I was probably just crashing. Maybe I was more tired than I thought. And then, I got up, had one of those pre-made like Sprouts salmon meals. It had so I just ate a bunch of salmon yesterday. It had salmon, um, some kind of like sauce, a little bit of mashed potatoes, and some green beans. It was all seasoned and everything. So I just microwaved that and ate it. I ate that around maybe 3:30 or something. And so I just didn't have dinner. Like somewhere before I fell asleep, I had like four crackers, and then last night, probably around like 8 or 9, I had like the last two crackers. They're those Milton's brand crackers from Sprouts. They're like wheat, or they have some kind of like roasted or toasted like sesame seeds and all kinds of stuff. They're pretty good. But like I just eat them here and there. They're kind of like a snack to keep by me. And I also have this Perfect bar kind of near me that I was gonna eat in case I got hungry at night, because I was like, I don't know, I just wasn't like super hungry, but I was like, and also I was too lazy to cook something, and I'd eaten like a huge breakfast, so, and I ate my breakfast pretty late, so it was huge and late, so I was like, whatever, it's gonna hold me, which it did. But yeah, I went to sleep. I didn't do my normal night routine. I think I was a little late with the melatonin, but I had 10 milligrams. I think it was like 9:07 p.m. And then I kind of reminded myself around 9, close to 9:40. I was like, shoot, it's supposed to be lights out. I'm supposed to be like watching my, my nighttime shows, not my regular stuff, because I've still been watching 6 Feet Under, and that show's pretty dark and depressing, but I like it. It's Halloween season, so I'm like, let me watch that. So I watched that last night, and we still haven't taken the car to the mechanic. He's still not ready for it yet, so I'm still gonna be carless at least till this evening, if not Thursday. I have access to the other old car, but I realized I'm like, I don't want to have to spend money on that one if it breaks down, and it might at any second. Like that one's like really in a weird condition, and I feel like if I have appointments, like Thursday, I'll drive it to something important, but I don't even know how much gas is in it, and I don't want to spend more money putting gas into it. Like the gas gauge is broken, and it says it's full, but I don't know if it is or not. So that's a little bit annoying too. So I'm just gonna wait. But while I've been waiting indoors, being patient with all this stuff, and some good news, a little mouse situation. It's not as horrific. Like things don't smell so bad. It's kind of clearing up. There's like a hint, but we kind of air out the house all day, so there's a hint still, but it's not like full blown, at least. So that should be gone soon. The next 3 days, we should have weather in like the late 70s, the high 70s. So it's gonna be a little warm indoors, but still okay to be inside and not like suffering. Um, and yeah, so when I went to bed last night, I didn't exercise yesterday because I was so out of it. Like I didn't want to have C4 because I've been drinking that yerba mate all day, and then I just crashed, and so I just decided not to work out, but I might work out today. We'll see. And then I didn't do my normal night routine, and today's Weed Wednesday, but I'm like, I don't really know if I want to, not be productive. I don't know if I need a break. I feel like I need a break, but I'm kind of like, I might want to push a little bit today. So, yeah, I kind of just noticed, I didn't do my normal routine last night, and, around 10, I think I started falling asleep around 10 something. Like it wasn't late. It probably wasn't even 10:30. I was falling asleep pretty early, but I woke up at around 3 o'clock in the morning again, and then stayed up for like till almost 5. But I was just kind of watching that Craigslist hunter guy, and then I ended up making a list of eBay items that I could sell. I did sell an item last night, so I do want to. I was gonna start talking about that because I've been talking a little bit about money on this podcast. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about reselling items. So that's what I'm gonna talk about next. But like, yeah, I made that digital product and posted it on Etsy last night. Basically for people who are looking for methods, an educational method to kind of like increase traffic to their website. Um, I only listed it for $5. It's a digital product. People can buy it if they want. I'm probably gonna make more digital products. It seems like people are more interested in things that have to do with like making money and finances and things. So I think I'm gonna go back through some of my older content of methods that I've used to make money and see if it's applicable to other people. I mean, I'm posting free stuff all over these podcasts, guys. The Game and Compute podcast, I've got a bunch of free stuff on there that's a little bit miscellaneous. It's more about like digital marketing and projects and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, it's all on that podcast. But I'm gonna start selling things more. I'm like, if I'm indoors for a few days, I'll be busy doing stuff and just kind of set things up this way. So for me, that works. I don't want to be idle, not till the weekend. So just setting myself up for potentially being able to make some cash on the side. Um, you know, I'm not like in some kind of dire situation, but you know, I did get an offer to work an hour away for $18 to $20 at a front desk, and it's in person. So I'm like, again, I declined. I really don't want to work an hour from home, but because I don't know, because with LA traffic, it's more than an hour away. Like, I checked the traffic when it wasn't even time, so I don't know. But I'm gonna post more about what I've experienced with like online sales, because I think that's another important thing that maybe I didn't really mention too much, and I've kind of gotten out of it. And like I think I've mentioned on here or other places that all these online platforms, they're changing. Spotify's changing, YouTube's changing, Netflix is changing. All these, Medium is changing, Craigslist has changed, like eBay has changed. Yeah, everything has changed. Either to the favor of the company so that they're making more money. You know, people who are subscribers have to like pay for a bunch of stuff now. I have subscriptions for things where I'm trying to like monetize and make money and I'm paying out of pocket. If you want to post gigs on Craigslist and stuff and like post stuff on eBay, they have fees. Like I remember they didn't used to have all these like fees and stuff, and now there's all these stupid fees. So, it's getting harder and harder to make a buck. And even if you're trying to make just a couple bucks, it's like, dang. Like even Shopify, if you open a Shopify store, it'll be free for like 3 months, up to 3 months for like well, not even free, like $1 a month for 3 months. And then it's like $40 a month. If they haven't changed it, it might be more now. But it's like $39.99 a month just to keep your store open. That means you have to be making more than that every month just to break even on whatever you're selling. And so I know a lot, but guys. it's it ain't easy. It ain't easy out there anymore. Um, OfferUp, I don't really know the deal with it right now, but I'm gonna post a little bit about these platforms and about my recent experiences. And I'm having pizza for breakfast, a cauliflower crust pizza with some veggies on it, and so I'm gonna go put that in the oven. The oven should be preheated by now, so I'm gonna put that in the oven, and while it's baking, I'm gonna record the segment about these platforms, and so I'll be back shortly.